Thank you, Kelly Myers, for submitting your photo Sugar for my expert evaluation. I would rate this photo a 9.7 out of 10, and I must say, my dear friends, there is something wonderfully Shakespearean about this portrait. Not because the subject appears ready to recite Hamlet, though I would wager she could manage a convincing soliloquy, but because it reminds us that true beauty often resides not in grand gestures, but in quiet contemplation. Here sits Sugar, bathed in the gentlest of daylight, gazing beyond the frame with the serene confidence of a creature who has already solved all of life's mysteries and simply sees no reason to explain them to the rest of us. Cats, after all, have always possessed the enviable ability to look simultaneously wise, aloof, and faintly judgmental, a talent many art critics spend decades attempting to master. The lighting is nothing short of exquisite. The luminous white fur seems almost sculpted from porcelain, yet retains every whisper of texture. It is no small feat to photograph a white subject against such a brilliant backdrop without surrendering the delicate details, and you have accomplished it with admirable finesse. The soft illumination wraps around Sugar's face like the careful brushstrokes of Vermeer, revealing form through subtle gradations rather than harsh contrast. And then there is that magnificent emerald eye, one solitary jewel commanding the composition. It gleams like a polished peridot set within ivory velvet, becoming the unmistakable anchor of the entire image. The profile itself is elegant beyond measure, every whisker and contour flowing together in graceful harmony. The background deserves its own quiet applause. Rendered as an ethereal wash of creamy greens and luminous bokeh, it evokes an impressionist garden viewed through a dream. Nothing competes with the subject. Instead, the surroundings seem to exist solely to celebrate her presence. Even the faint suggestion of the window screen becomes a subtle reminder that Sugar occupies that enchanting boundary between the comfort of home and the irresistible call of the world beyond. What delights me most is the emotional restraint. This portrait never pleads for attention. It simply exists with dignity, trusting the viewer to slow down long enough to appreciate its gentle poetry. In an age so often enamored with spectacle, such quiet confidence is refreshingly rare. A portrait of remarkable grace, technical mastery, and timeless elegance, one that reminds us why cats have inspired artists for centuries.